Um, so we're going. So what made you change? What made you say something?
I wanted to grow. I wanted to grow. I
Hmm.
wanted to see what else I was capable of doing.
Right.
What else can I offer? So sitting there doing the same thing every day, it was comfortable. Yeah, that's cool. But then what else can I do?
Right.
Who else can I become? So I'm like,
Right.
here we go.
All right. So here we are. Hey, hello everybody. Good evening and welcome to Into the Woods. This is Dwayne.
This is Danita. Hi everyone.
Hey, hey, hey. Hope you guys have had a great week. And it's Friday, y'all. Danita, it's Friday.
It is Friday. Thank God. I've been
Thank
waiting for
God.
it for the last 4 days.
TGIF. Yeah, 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 yeah. So,
Yeah.
well, anyway, this is Into the Woods. And, so we are the Woods, Danita and Dwayne Wood. And there are six of us. And, hopefully you get to meet some of the others at some point during the show. We probably bring them on just to say hello, have some conversations.
Mhm.
And so we want you to understand and hear and identify maybe with some of the things that we talk about. And then
Yeah.
we can all come out of the woods together. You get it? Into the woods, out of the woods. Well, welcome, welcome. So, Danita, how's your week been? So you had some exciting things happen this week. Or hey,
Yeah.
an exciting thing
Yeah, today. So
today.
happy Friday to me. So we spoke last week about a job that I had interviewed for, and I asked for a
Hmm.
certain amount, and they gave it to me. And I said, "Well, can you guys come up a little higher?" And they were like, "No." But then I called them back, and they said they were renegotiating, and so they came up higher. They came up a lot,
Mm.
and so I'm very excited about that. So that
Right.
was my exciting Friday. Yeah.
Okay,
So
cool. Well,
cool.
congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
So, and that's what we were talking about. And we'll come back to that in a minute. What gave you
Mhm.
the impetus, or what made you even begin talking to your current job about changes that you would like to see, and then ultimately how that led to where you are right now.
Mhm.
So anyway, so we'll have that conversation. But yeah, so good week this week. I think
Yeah.
so Blake is getting ready to be on spring break, so we're gonna do some fun things with him. So I'm looking forward to
Mhm.
that. Cool. Well,
Nice.
let's
Nice.
just jump right into it, man. So
Yeah.
go back, and as we were just coming on air, we were talking, and you were saying,
Mhm.
telling a little bit about what gave you the impetus to begin speaking to your current employer. And you said you want to change.
I was bored. I
Hmm.
wasn't growing. I'd learned everything that I could learn in the position.
Mm-hmm.
Um I I'm teaching my boss stuff. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, this is boring for me. I'm
Right.
now teaching you stuff. Like I need to go someplace and do something else. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so that's what made me really want to do it. I was bored. There was nothing else for me to learn.
Right.
Maybe you see the same thing in a different way, a different same problem presented differently, but it was
Mm-hmm.
all the same ultimately. And so I was just bored. And
Okay.
so
All
that's
right.
what propelled me
Yeah.
to look.
Now,
Yeah.
now, so when did you say you started approaching them, and how long did it take for you to like be like, okay, this is it. I gotta get out of here.
I want to say around my birthday, I'm like, this is not going to work. This is not just not working because
Mm-hmm.
I mean financially it wasn't giving me what I needed to grow
Mm-hmm.
internally
Right.
or financially. So I'm like, it's just not gonna work. It's just not
Mm-hmm.
gonna work. So around my birthday, I'm like, look, I need to really start looking at different avenues and to get me to where I feel I want to be. So
Mm-hmm. Okay.
yeah. So the last few months. Yeah.
Well, well, good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Oh yeah.
How do you feel?
Thank you. I feel good. I feel
Hmm.
good. I was in complete shock for the most of the day. It was quiet and speaking to people, couldn't get the words out. Like, what was it really? Is this really happening right now?
Right.
But
Right. Right.
I feel good, and like I mentioned to you before, which is the weirdest thing. So in my head, I'm like, this is great. I love it. Okay, I'm in shock, and I'm like, okay, now I hit that goal. Now that's not enough. Now what's the next? What's the next goal?
Right.
Like, what's next? I mean, I
Right.
didn't even start yet, but I'm looking at
Hmm.
what's next because I don't want to just rest on that,
Okay.
and say, okay, this is it.
Right.
I've plateaued. I don't want that because I feel for me, I just want to climb and do as much as I can. I ain't got that much time. And so I'm just trying to get everything in.
Right. Right. Right.
So yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So
And
yeah,
that's an important point that first, as we've said, you've got to know your value, right? We talked
yeah,
about that. You have to know your value and you have to be willing to let people know, right?
yeah.
If they're undervaluing you, say, hey, I think I'm worth this, or is it possible that we can go up because of, so you're basically you're your own cheerleader, if you will,
Exactly.
to
Exactly.
as you're looking at and as you're interviewing.
Hmm.
And then the other thing is that you've got to be aware of when you may be stagnant. Because sometimes if you're not, I mean, you could stay in the same spot and you keep doing the thing over and over and over. And if you're
Over
not open to, if you don't have
change.
if you don't have dreams, maybe is that your
Yes.
idea? If you don't have that
Yeah.
dream, if you don't have that drive, then you're
Hmm.
there, and it's not propelling you forward. You're just kind of
Right.
existing, right?
Existing. Yeah. Yeah. Which does not feel well. It doesn't feel good. It
Hmm.
doesn't feel good to just exist. Yeah.
Right.
It's just, I don't even know how to describe that feeling. It's just
Hmm.
like you just there. You're
Right.
just going through the mechanics of life, and who wants to do that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Existing. Yeah.
Just,
I've been in a position where I was just existing before,
yeah.
and you're right. It does not feel good.
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah, yeah. But scary, right?
Yeah, very,
Uh huh.
very. I don't know what to expect, but I am happy to experience it.
Hmm.
I'm ready for whatever's coming. So
Right.
yeah, it's completely different. It's a different adventure altogether.
Right.
Listen, 2023, this is what we said we doing, and we doing it.
2023 is the thing. This is it. This is where we moving. This is where we moving.
This is what we doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So good. So being aware, knowing your
Hmm.
value,
Hmm.
not allowing yourself to be stagnant, speaking up, and then
Yeah.
now exciting. So I am in a class, and
Hmm.
the coach, one of my coaches, said to me, because I did something earlier on in the fall,
Right.
and in the class we were talking about it. She said, "Well, how's it feel? How does it feel?" And I was describing it to her, how I felt
Hmm.
having done it, and she said, "I want you to remember that feeling, because two things. One, the next thing you do is going to be scary, and you're going to need something to help you move through that.
Hmm.
And remembering what it feels like now, this success that you've had, you're gonna be like, oh, okay, that, yeah, I'm gonna, right. So it's something
Yeah.
that propels you forward, and
Right.
not only does it push you forward, but it also pulls you, because now you're like,
Hmm.
okay, that felt good. I want that
Yeah.
again. Let me do,
Yes.
right.
Yes.
So not only is it pushing you from behind, right, but it also is
Hmm.
in front of you saying, okay, how do I get that again? Now, this is not, we're not discussing kind of addictive, kind of obsessive behavior, but just you've got vision, you've got drive, you've got dreams. And so how do we put ourselves in a position to be successful and the successes that we had before helps us move into successes in the future.
Yep. That's why I said, I'm like, what's next? I need more.
Okay. Right.
I want that feeling again. I want that shock.
So you need to be writing this down so you can, you got it in the journal. Got it in the journal.
Yes. Yeah. Yep.
Love it.
That was my day.
That was your day. Okay. Yeah. So that's a good day.
That's a great day. I was exhausted after I came off my high. That's a fabulous day.
Yeah, that euphoric high, right? Like your heart's going and your brain is spinning and you're breathing fast and you're like, this is.
Yeah. I don't think I was breathing fast. I was sweating a lot. Like, what's going on right now? Like, what? Yes. It's like, because for me, it was like unbelievable. It was such a large jump that I'm like, oh, okay.
Right. Okay. Now, here's the thing. Imagine had you not asked for more. Right. You would have been doing exactly the same job. Right? Spending exactly the same time, being in exactly the same spot, but with less money.
With less money. And frustrated and mad.
And so, no, I meant in the new job. So you would have gone to the new job and you would have been doing this. You would have been doing the job. And I mean, you would have been excited because you're in a new job, but you would have been doing it for less money.
For less money. Yeah. Right? Yeah.
And so one of the additional lessons to learn is that it never hurts to ask. And you don't know until you ask.
That's true. That's true. I learned, guys. Yeah.
Right.
You never know.
Cool. I love that. So I am doing. I was describing to you some things that I'm doing. I'm doing my first event for the year. It's an online challenge, and I am documenting the things I'm learning. So we're going to come back and we're going to talk more about that, maybe in another thing. But one of the things that I learned as well is that my capacity to absorb change is bigger than I thought.
Okay.
Right, because sometimes we think, oh, I'm going to do this, and then when that works, I'm going to do this, and when that works, I'm going to do this, right? But our capacity to be large, remember that whole idea of not playing small, our capacity to be large is bigger than we think. We're able to do more. We're able to think more. We're able to expand more than we think. Now, I always say, and I think did I come up with that here on the show or maybe another show?
What?
But the place of growth, the place of growth is not on where the side that you're of the line that you're at, right?
It's on the side of it.
And most people think it's on the other side, but that's really not where it is. The growth happens on the line, because in order to go across the line, you got to expand yourself. Now, you learn more stuff once you get over there, right? But in order to get over there, you have got to overcome fear, anxiety. You've got to overcome this idea that I don't know what's going to be on the other side of the line. There's so much growth that happens at that space, the intersection between the known and the unknown. That line right there, that's amazing growth.
Wow. In the middle.
In the middle.
Yeah, that
because
middle is.
We're successful. Once we get over the line, we're successful.
Right.
On this side of the line, we're wanting success. Sure. But the growth happens in the middle. Those are the people, and I talk about Steve Harvey all the time. He said people watch him and they think, oh, Steve Harvey, he's great and he's big and he's that. And they think he just blew up. Like one day he was nothing and then the other day he blew up. He said they don't know about the long nights and the long trips that they do when he was playing in bars to two people in the bar, and he's telling jokes. Right. and he gets on the bus. He was talking about him, Bernie Mac, and some of the other comics who were traveling together. And he's saying we played for years and years and years and years. And so people look at me and they think, oh, all of a sudden he's there. But no, it's the in the middle. I've been growing in the middle right there. You're just seeing the end.
Nobody's watching.
Yeah, when nobody's watching.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I mean, I love that. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I got all excited. I got
Oh well, it's exciting because I mean all the cool stuff does happen in the middle. It's just that people don't see it. They see you in the beginning and they see you in the end. But all that stuff in the middle, you growing and changing and discovering new things about yourself, and that's the cool stuff. Nobody sees it. So yes, it is exciting. It's exciting because you see it all. Yeah. You're like, you don't even understand.
If you only knew.
You understand. Right. So yeah, it is exciting. You should be excited.
Yeah. So I preached a sermon in Birmingham, at Ephesus, Birmingham, and that was my title, In the Middle. In the middle. I'm in the middle. Yeah. So that's a thing I got back here. I'm in the middle.
Yeah, you're in the middle. Yeah.
One another project.
Oh, that's another project that you have back there about in the middle.
I got back there. I'm in the middle.
Okay, nice. Okay.
Can't give you all too much about it, but it's there.
It's coming. Just look out for it.
I'm saying. Oh man.
Big things happening. Big things are happening, guys. Yeah. 2023. Let us know about your journeys, guys. Like where are you in your middle? Fix that up for me, Dwayne. Where are you?
What part of your middle are you in?
Yeah.
Yep. So the what is her name? As soon as I said that, I lost her name. The little girl who was racing. So she started on the track, and the pistol I think went off, and so she's everybody's lined up, and so she takes down the track, and as soon as she takes her first couple of steps, she loses her shoe. And everybody's like down the track, right? They're running. And so she goes back, she puts her shoe on, ties the lace, and so she starts running. And she's going, and she's running, right? And her parents, Talea, I think her name is. Right?
Okay.
Talea Crawford, that's right. And she's running, right? And this girl passes everybody and wins. Wins the race, right? And so the beginning, everybody saw, and they're like, "Oh, she's gonna be good." And the end, everybody understands. Okay, she's excited now. But can you imagine the determination and drive it took in the middle? Like, I would have looked down the track and said, "Man, I'm not even running. I'm way back here. These people are turning getting ready to turn the other side." And I'm just here putting on my shoe. But this girl dug in and she running. And you can see her. She's running. And when it looked like she was going to catch up with, not even past the other people. When she got to catching up to the other people, them people in the stands, her mommy and daddy and all them people, whoever was up there, you can hear them screaming like Yes. And she just stretched and she's just zoom, and then she passed them. So a couple of things I learned from that, right? You can never tell what the end is going to be if you don't run the journey, if you don't run the race.
No. You got to be in the game.
You got to be in the game.
You got to be in the game. You can't sit on the sidelines. You got to be in the game.
Easily, she could have said, yeah, this whatever.
I give up.
But she's like, no, I'm in this, right?
Yeah.
And the next thing I learned is the importance of community. Because I'm telling you, watch the video. You can Google it to Talea Crawford. So she's coming around the corner, and when she got near to the stands, and I have to believe that she heard him,
of course,
all them people up there screaming. it was like this girl got superpowers. And
Yeah.
it's like she's the Bionic Woman. They go
Because
to
you get their
Leia.
energy. You
Right?
have that community. You feel that energy. They propel you. It's like you take that on, and you just all right. I
And
got
you're
my
going.
people. I'm off. I'm out. And yeah. So community is very important.
Community. And her dad said that she motivated him.
Wow.
So, I mean, to do some other stuff, but we don't know the people we
They're
touch
inspiring. Yeah.
when we run our race. Because we're like, oh, I'm not successful. I'm not this. I'm not that. But the people that we touch, even when we are not, quote unquote, successful in the thing that we want, the people that are out there watching. I got an email, a couple of emails. So, and as I was doing my program, there are a couple of things that didn't go quite the way I wanted them to go.
Okay.
So I have my book, 7 Keys to Success, right? And I set up this automation system. So people come on and they give their emails and sign up or whatever, and they get the book. Well, the automation, when I brought in a couple of people to the email system, and I brought in about 2,500 people into the email system, it sent the book to all those 2,500 people, right?
What?
Which was not my intent.
Okay.
Was not my intent. So anyway, so I sent it out. And so I was like, okay, yeah, they went out. That was my intention. But so that was a mistake, right? That was a glitch in the system, right? Which I didn't anticipate.
Right.
But let me see if I can pull it up. And I'm trying to pull up. So I got a couple of messages from people that I hadn't intended to send the book to.
Okay.
Okay.
And
so let's see. Comments. Okay. Thanks for the encouraging words. It really lifted my spirits
wow.
and makes me more understanding on how to feel about things.
Okay. Nice.
Thank you so much. Those are great reminders. Kind regards. Powerful information. Thank you. Thank you for the 7 Keys to Success. I have shared it. Hope it will give, and they tell who they shared it with, encouragement. Again, thank you. I'm ready for the next edition.
Wow. See? Had that glitch not happened.
So, right. So sometimes, going back to Talea's story, sometimes we think that when things happen, that's it. That, oh my God, this. And I mean, in this case, I didn't think that, right? But it was an error. It was a problem.
Right.
But sometimes things happen and we're like, oh my God, that's the thing. And we go through this whole thing, and the mindset, right? Our brain wants us to stop. It's like, okay, well, that happened, so you just need to just give up. Right? If that happens, something else is going to happen. So don't even run the race. Don't even go through this stuff.
Yeah.
And
you gotta
it
fight
is not the
that.
end.
It
is not
like
the
end. It's not.
So,
wow. Well, congratulations.
well, thank you.
Right?
Yeah. So, I'm like, okay. I mean, I got the next book. I just need to put it, because I hadn't done it.
You hadn't done it?
I had, yeah. I mean, I got it. I haven't gone back and edited it. I haven't put it in the form. I've got the data in there.
Okay. Oh well, you got to do it. People now waiting for the second edition.
I got to do it. Yeah. So. And that was the one. Remember, I told you that I had hired someone and sent it to them, and so that was back in. When was it? That was in November, December.
Around there, yeah.
And then that happened, and I was like, I don't have the time. I don't have this. I don't have that. And but I have it. So now I got to get in there and do it.
All right.
Yay.
Cool,
Yep.
cool. All
That's
right.
it. So cool. So what else is going on? What else we need to talk about? What's going on in the world? I don't know what's going on in the world.
I don't
turned off
either. I
my
don't watch
TV.
news.
Yeah, I
I
turned
do
off
not
my
watch
TV.
news.
I gotta go
I
find
get
my.
I get my news from the 1010 coworkers.
1010 wins. They still going?
Yes, but
What?
it's my coworkers. They tell me everything.
Oh, they tell you stuff.
I
Okay.
Yeah, they tell me stuff. I don't watch the news. To me, it depresses me. So, the really important stuff they tell me, like the
They tell
weather.
you. Hey, it's gonna snow. It's gonna rain. It's gonna.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on in the world, but
Yeah, we the weather's been crazy down here. We've got it's supposed to be cold this weekend.
Really, it's supposed to be
has
warm
warmed
up
up.
here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's pretty nice today. Today was nice. It's supposed to be really nice all weekend.
Yeah,
Wow,
we
we
supposed to be cold.
switched.
But I guess we switched. Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely switched. It's crazy. Soon in New York is gonna have Florida weather all year, and Florida's gonna have New York weather. Everybody gonna come back up here.
Right. So
Yeah,
that's the thing. That's the
yeah.
thing. So I think that's it. I think that's a great conversation right there, yo.
That is.
We learned. I mean, just in those small little things that happen to us, we learn so much. And that's really the idea that, and going back to that point, you never know what the end is going to be if you don't run the race. And so I think that's what I want people to get from today. That tomorrow, if you're here tomorrow, that's another opportunity for you. It's a do-over, y'all. It's a do-over. It's a build upon. It's a whatever, right? You get those. That's 144 minutes. 144 minutes in each day. And you get those every single day.
Wow. Yeah.
Every single day you get it.
Yeah. It's true. It's true. I mean, you are actually, I really had
No,
something
not 144,
profound.
1444. Yeah, 1440.
I was like, what?
Yeah, 1440.
I really had I hate when I have something really profound to say and it comes and leaves. I'm sorry, guys. It just left that quickly.
But yeah, so use it wisely. 1440. Use it wisely. That's like me giving you $1,440 every single day.
Yeah. Use it wisely.
What's this guy's name? Do you remember this story where there's this millionaire, right? And I don't know if somebody challenged him, but anyway, the idea was they say you can't have any access to any of your money.
Okay.
Right, and they put him out on the street. And he had 30 days to make back $1 million. And guess what?
That's a show, isn't it? He made it back.
Yeah.
You know
because
why?
it wasn't the money.
It was what he knew and what he chose to do, the actions he chose to take.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we all get 1,440 minutes every single day. The question is, what do you do with yours?
What you doing with it? Yep.
How are you spending your money? How are you spending your 1,440 minutes?
44. Exactly.
And I'm choosing to use mine to do great things this year.
Me too. I'm
Come
right
on,
there with
2023.
you. Hello.
I did a show back in December, and I had one of Blake's friends said to me, my son's 13, sorry. And one of his friends said to me, I watched your show. He said, you have some great points in there. He said, I'm going to try some of that stuff.
Oh, wow. See? See, you never
Like,
know. You
yeah,
never know.
and that's
You
a
never
13-year
know.
old kid.
Hello, changing another generation.
You know. And what are we
Wow.
doing? What are we doing? How do we access that kind of drive, that kind of determination, that
Hmm.
kind of grit that says, "Hey, I'm doing this."
Yeah. You got to get the
Yeah,
community too. You got to believe in yourself. Find the community. Right.
yeah, yeah. Got to find the
That's one of the
community.
things that we say, and then get in the race. It's not going to always be pretty, and it definitely is not going to be easy.
Hmm.
But just take your time, get in there, but run the race.
Run the
Do your
race
thing. Yeah.
and run
Yeah.
at your own pace. You don't have to run with. You don't have to run with
Exactly.
Danita. You don't have to run with Dwayne. You
Yeah.
run your own race.
Yeah. 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 And I think that's one of the things that probably hinders people as well. They try to run at the same pace as others, but you
Hmm.
can't, right? Because
Right,
you're gonna fail trying to be someone else. You can
right.
only be you and run your race at your pace.
At your pace, and
Yeah.
don't pay attention to. I saw a race once, and I'm trying to remember which race it was, but the guy was out front. Danita, he was winning,
Mhm.
and he was
Mhm.
approaching the ribbon, right?
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
he looked back
Yes.
to see who was behind him, right? So he looked back on the left, and the
Uh-huh.
guy
And the
came up on the
person.
right
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
and beat
Mhm.
him,
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
because he was so concerned about them people back
Talking
there.
about yeah. Yeah. Stay focused.
Let
Stay
them chase
focused.
you.
Hello. Talk about it.
Or you run. I mean, you might be behind them chasing them, but you run
Mhm.
your race.
Run your race. Yes.
Be your person.
Yes.
Do your thing. Do you.
Mhm. Yeah. You have to. You have to. So that's so important.
And so that was the grind. What Blake said, the grind. He said,
Different.
Daddy, you say it wrong. Because I said something on the show. I said my son said, you got to be in the grind. He's like, Daddy, that's not what I say. He said,
What did
I
he
don't
say?
say it like that. I don't even remember what he said. It's like you're the grind, or you are the grind, or you some. So
Uh-huh.
he said if you're gonna quote me, you gotta say it right, because that's not how I
What
say
is it?
it. I said okay.
What are you supposed to say?
I don't even. I
How you
don't
say?
remember. I don't remember. I don't remember.
My son says, he said, you need to take your shot, Mom. Take your shot.
Take your shot. Are you sure that's what the boy says, or are you just paraphrasing what he says?
Well, that's what it sounds like.
See, that's what I said. That's what it sounded like Blake was saying, and he's like, "No, I do not." He said, "I do not say that."
I'm going to say that. That's what he says. I'm sticking to it.
You misquoting the young man.
I'm just saying. He never corrects me. He just smiles at me. So he don't correct me.
You look correct. He said she. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave her alone. She can say whatever she wants.
Oh my God.
Ooh, help us, Jesus.
These kids, man.
Yep.
But
All right. Well, everybody,
yeah.
thank you all for being here. Thank you for being
Yeah.
on the show. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel by hitting the subscribe button and hitting the like button and hitting the bell. If you don't have an account, you can create an account for free on YouTube. Just sign up and then log into the account, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and then you'll get notified whenever we do other shows and put other things up on the channel. Once again, thank you for being here. This is Dwayne.
This is Danita. Good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody. Thank you.